What is up, people? It is me, Monster58. Welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XVI. In the previous part, we ended up seeing what life was like here in our new hideaway, 5 years since the day that we took down the Mother Crystal in the Holy Empire of Sanbreque. And we learned a few things along the way. We learned in the past 5 years there have been a lot of wars going on, in particular that Sanbreque is looking to wage war on the Empire of Waloed on the other side. In addition to that, after the fall of the Mother Crystal at Sanbreque, they ended up going to the center of the entirety of essentially of Ash or Valisthea, and essentially they took over the Mother Crystal that was there. And now the Empire as well as Hugo Kupka all want to wage war on that area to try and get control of it themselves. And so with Hugo Kupka gone, obviously the leader of Dhalmekia, as we've established previously, it might be our chance to strike. But before we can even make our way over there, instead of doing that, our decision was actually to go to the Drake's Fang instead, as it would be the place where people would least expect us to go. But the big problem with that is that it is separated by water, and so we need someone who has the ability to have boats. And so it happens to be that Clive's uncle, Byron Rossfield, located in Port Isolde, does have boats, so we're going to journey our way over there to meet with him. But for the time being, what we're going to do first before we head our way over to Port Isolde, which you've heard mentioned by our father many years back, 18 years ago in fact, we're actually going to go and, where is the, we're going to go here and claim this item right over here. It'll give us time a little bit to explore the area too, a little bit more of the hideaway, because I'll tell you that these areas in the back end up becoming more useful than you'd think they do, mainly in the side quest department. So we're going to move our way over this way. As you can see, there's more back here in this fallen ship, essentially, if you really want to think of it like that. So heading down this way, this is essentially where they grow all of our food and such. This is where they're gonna, there's a little garden and everything like that. You remember the two people that were back in the original hideaway that were growing stuff? Well, that area has moved down to this area, which is a bit more spacious than before. So let's see what this guy has to say.
Won't be long now, Martel. See, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'd be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
If I'm not mistaken, if you guys don't remember Martel, I believe she was the lady that we ended up rescuing from near Lostwing. Yeah, as you can see, we lost a lot more than you think. That's why I told you, I think it's really important that you do the side quests in the original hideaway, because at the end of the day, I think it adds to the story, especially when this event happens, when Hugo Kupka obviously, destroys our old hideaway and, kills a lot of the people we called our people, right?
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still.
A little bit earlier. Well, technically not today, if you don't want to count my recording today. But no, I've come through there recently with Blackthorn to get my new sword, which is a sick-looking sword, by the way. But yeah, let's go deliver to the Curse Breakers, because, yeah, just like it was told, they kind of deserve it. They are always out there on the front lines, risking their lives for everyone. Might as well deliver these to them and, give them something, good for a change, like Clive said. So, right over here.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martel.
Martel, Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait,
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab 'em right from the branch, make Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regard. The Cursebreakers send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
You know, overall, this is probably one of the more heartbreaking, side quests that we've done after, this 5 years, right? Very, very, shows how much that everyone loves each other here, to treat each other like family, right? Alrighty, and with that, we gotta head back to the hunt board, because there are a few creatures out there, I think 3 to be in fact, that we haven't done, 2 or 3, that we can fight right now. And I would recommend fighting them as soon as you get the ability to fight new creatures, these notorious marks. The reason I say that is because it's nice to get the XP, plus you get some decent ability points, especially when you get to some of the later ones. Oh my god, some of the later ones are genuinely like full-fledged bosses, and they're really, really tough. So I genuinely recommend you go out and you actually go and fight these guys as soon as you get the chance to, because it just helps you out. Now, I have to make sure, do we have, I can't remember if we bought any, do we need strength? Okay, we have everything. Okay, I wasn't sure if we did, because I remember we used it against the last one, which is the first one we fought. So, like I said in the previous episode, if you were not here to watch that episode, the way that I ended up beating these was through using IGN articles. I'll be honest with you, I'm not the most proud of it, but at the same time, this game kind of gets tedious towards this back half, especially with these hunt boards and these side quests and everything like that. So I think it's easier on you if you just decide to look up the locations. Obviously, it gives you like ideas on where they are. So let's talk to Nectar here. This little Moogle. So I think we have 2 or 3. Yes, we have 2 more. Okay, the Angel of Death as well as Belphegor. So we're in Clairview and Sandbreck. So what we're going to do is we're going to head to Sandbreck, and I will leave the links to those articles in the description below, because these are the ones that I used when I actually played through the game myself. So you guys can take a look at them for the locations yourselves, but I will show them to you. But without further ado, let's start off by fighting the Angel of Death. Alrighty, well, I was stupid, so my initial goal was to do the hunt board first. So I did this whole explanation and thing and everything like that. But no, before we do the hunt board, we actually can't do anything else. So we have to actually go and do our main quest, which is to meet at Hawkcry's Cliff to head towards Port Isolde. So before we are able to do the hunt board, well, we did that little side quest there. Very nice that we were able to do that. So I apologize for the random cut, if anything else. But let's head to Hawkcry's Cliff. We have all of our items we need and everything, so we should be good to go.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Alright, now let me just check real quick if we can't do any of these notorious marks right now. I figure we can't, but I just want to absolutely check. Okay, no, we can. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to head back to the hideaway. I know it's kind of breaking up the story, but I'd rather get these out of the way right now so that we don't have to worry about them later. So without further ado, let's head back to the hideaway and get... Actually, let's head back to the hideaway and get rid of these notorious marks. So, I don't know how I cut this in the video, but regardless, what ended up happening is there is a notorious mark in Clairview in Sandbreck called the Angel of Death. And if I didn't cut this in already, I might just cut it in now, or I just might talk about it right now. When it comes to the hunt board, I used IGN articles when I was initially playing through the game for the very first time, because this game gets pretty tedious in the later stages with all the hunt board and the side quests. There tends to be a lot to do in between a lot of these main story missions, and I like to get them out of the way because I have PTSD like that, or sorry, not PTSD, OCD like that, you know, trying to get all these things out of the way. And I think also that is there a new item that she said?
Oh, I
Might have been a new item here.
So soon.
Can't remember. No, okay.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
So, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna leave the links in the description to the IGN articles that I use, so you guys can use them as well. But it will show you the locations of each of these notorious marks. But it just makes it easier for the video, makes it, you know, quicker, you know, everything like that. So, without further ado, let's fight the Angel of Death. Alrighty, so your first objective is to head to Sandbreck, and head to Northreach, and then go to about here in Clareview. If you don't know what we're gonna fight, because it doesn't show a picture, you'll kind of have an idea given the fact that it's called the Angel of Death. I assume that more than likely you'll probably have a vague idea of what this thing is. But yeah, we'll go ahead and fight it. It's not too far from here, and it shouldn't be that hard of a fight. I'll tell you, we fought a few of these before, but given the area, probably get an idea. Alrighty, you guys remember those little minions that Benedicta was spawning? Here's Aruna. Looks like a stray one, so let's kill it. Very nice, and then we can pull her down like that. Do this. Nice. Alright, here we go. Oh, look at all that damage. Jesus, that was an insane amount of damage. Alright, here we go again. There we go. Alright, so for some of these fights where the monsters are very similar to what we fought before, I'll more than likely be cutting the fight into chunks, just to make it a bit quicker as well, because again, these are just side quests at the end of the day, so I'm not trying to take all of our time.
I know I will.
Sorry about that random cut. There was a stupid ad on the IGN site that ended up playing while I was that just threw me off. Okay, so head back to the hideaway and then we'll take a look at the other notorious mark. But I believe we have a reward that we can get, but we're gonna just gather them both when we actually go to when we actually beat the other one. The other one I believe is very similar to the some of the dragons that we fought, the smaller ones. I forget what they're called off the top of my head, but let's see, where is he? He is Belphegor, the Broken Hilt in Rosaria. So, let's see where this guy is. Alrighty, folks, remember when I told you that the area that we found that old man who thinks that Clive is his dad? You remember when we found that guy over this way and I told you that you would use it for a side quest later, or side quests in general? Well, Belphegor is located right over here, so we are going to fight him. Alright, took care of those guys, wasn't too bad. Alrighty, he should be right over here. So luckily these guys really aren't too tough. I think their attacks are more telegraphed than the minions of, those wind minions of Benedicta. Alright, he's a little tougher as you can see, rank B instead of rank C, but we should be alright here. This shouldn't be too bad. I'm not too scared. Nice lot of damage there. Pull him down. So we can do this. Very nice. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Whatever, I guess. Oh no, that's not what I meant to target. Good lord. Do this. This, and then this. Ah, yeah, we could have done so much more damage. I completely did misinput. Very nice, okay. Kind of making up for it. Now we can do this. this, and then this. Alright, nice damage in general, so I'm not too sad about that. Alrighty, Belphegor, not too bad. I ended up screwing up a little bit there at the end, getting hit by the fire, but we are good to go with that. Awesome. With that, we are able to go back to the hideaway and redeem some items, I believe.
Oh, there aren't any more of them.
Yeah, these damn wyverns, dude, they're really, really strong. But what we're going to do, we're going to go back to the hideaway. We are going to collect our stuff, and then we're going to buy some items and then head back to Rosaria. So I apologize for the sort of in-between the story mission there, but I just want to get this out of the way just so we don't have to deal with it anymore. I think it's just better that we do it right now. So we can continue on with the story afterwards, though, so we should be good.
Yep. Others weren't so lucky, though.
How may I help you today, Clive?
Alrighty, so got that.
Here you are.
Very nice. Berserker ring. So I believe this is really good for us. So let's go to the gear. So Gouge or Scarlet Cyclone. We can just do the Berserker ring. Oh yeah, this thing I think is really good. Yeah, I don't think we need the Gouge as much anymore because we're not using Gouge as much in general. So I think we're honestly good to just chill on that. We have a good amount of ability points, don't we? 337, actually don't have that much. Looking to level up the big icon main abilities if we can. We need a lot more, but... Alright, like I said, what we're going to do, I'm going to go buy some items, and I'll meet you guys back in Rosaria on our way to Ironholm. Alrighty, folks. Here we go. Time to head to Port Isolde. As you can see, here's our map, and then got a lot of stuff here. Got Old Hill over here, Shallop Rock, some areas we haven't, discovered quite yet, but let's head towards this way. Got some wild chocobos. Gonna see if we can collect this item without them attacking us, but I think they might attack us, I don't know. Oh no, it's only when the blue ones are around, right? So, we can leave them alone for the time being. Got some enemies up here though, so might end up taking care of them just for some XP. Alright, you can see that Berserker ring. It's really, really cool. I showed you that dodge because as you increase... I have it equipped still on my main character today, on my main file. Like I said, if you still have that equipped, you get some extra attack damage every time you proficiency dodge, and it gives you that cool little cutscene thing. There we go. Alrighty, we're not going to bother ourselves with those chocobos quite over yonder. Well, actually, we might end up having to. I don't know. We'll see here, I guess. These stupid plants right here. Alrighty.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
Welcome, stranger.
Alright, let's see. Is there anything that he's got that I would care to buy? I don't care for that. There's not really anything.
Fare you well?
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard there were 1,000.
You seen them, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think they was the Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Alright, we might as well keep going though. We gotta get to Port Isolde, see if we can meet up with our uncle. As you can see,
this will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
As you can see, very unfortunately that, you know, our mother is still just as terrible as she was before. Alright, got some falling here.
We've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
Alrighty, looks like we got rid of those guys. I don't believe that there is much down this way. Maybe there is? Can't remember. Just some enemies, at least currently. But I will tell you, I think this area, just like that area we fought Belphegor in, I think this area is an area where there's a notorious mark that ends up appearing. I actually remember what it was, but I don't remember the name of it. I do remember that there was a notorious mark here, though, for sure. Oh, bombs. Oh boy. You're able to counter it, which was nice. What is this? Very nice, like a little chest of items. Very cool. Alrighty. But if I'm not mistaken, look at what we have, folks.
More of my mother's men.
Alrighty, you got that. Alright. You can see how useful Ramu is for getting rid of waves of enemies. Pretty helpful. Getting some decent ability points. Are almost back up to 500, which is pretty sick nasty. Alrighty. Don't think that there was anything here we missed. Just a little bit of a thinner pathway. Oh, there's an item I just saw up there. I think there's Fallen. Yeah, these are all Fallen, aren't they? They're gonna attack us. Yep. That's what you get for wanting to get items for free. It's never technically free. Alrighty, there we go. Should be good to go. To Port Isolde. This area is pretty creepy. Very an area that can be easily used for ambushes, especially on these, you know, these high cliffs and stuff like that. Oh, looks like we got some more Fallen. All right. Nice. Okay. That and that. Just kill this guy. Very nice level up. 27. Keep in mind, Belphegor that we fought was level 30, so we're kind of cooking here. Goblin coin. Can't complain about that either. Is there anything up here? No, there's an item right there. Might as well take it. Alrighty. Okay. Let us keep it moving down here, but just like Jill said, by the way, that's something I haven't really addressed. She has to pass in Ironholm, as that's where she was captured and taken back to. So we're going to be obviously dealing with that as we're going through the rest of the this section of the story. And that. Alrighty, took care of those guys. Not too bad whatsoever. Obviously some more of their soldiers hopefully just doesn't come back to bite at Amber in the nuts. But first things first, let's grab this item over here. Oh, good lord. Jesus, that actually scared the piss out of me. Thank God we were able to take them out pretty quickly.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again.
I'll show you the truth.
Alright, gonna take care of these guys now. Okay. Oh my god, they got annihilated there. The one thing I haven't mentioned about the Black Shields is they have seemed very, like, they're very set in their ways. Clearly they've been, like, taught a script and have learned to regurgitate it and really believe in what they're saying.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Odil. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Alright, we need to go. We need to go, we need to go, we need to go. I'm gonna yoink this item real quick though, but we need to go. Because very clearly, we need to help those bears if there's anyone in trouble.
Find something, boy. Death.
Oh, found her.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
It's probably one of the most grim scenes of the entire game. It's awful. It's genuinely awful. That was probably one of the most, like, disturbing things I'd seen up in this game up until this point. But regardless, I hate to sort of end on this note, but considering how far Port Isolde still is, next time on Final Fantasy XVI, we'll be continuing our way and make our way all the way to Port Isolde to hopefully link up with our uncle, Byron Rossfield. So, hope you guys look forward to that. So I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please like, comment, rate, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Also, follow me on the socials. Those will be linked in the description below. And with that, guys, once again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this episode, and I'll catch you on the next one. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.
High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes.